What is going on, cave dwellers? Good evening. What up, G7? Dusty, Sean, Keith. How's everyone doing this evening? We're in a new location, as you can see. And we got a little background there. There's Tonia's Camaro above us and her 2017 ZL1, which we no longer have. She's busy writing down questions because we have some giveaways tonight. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Can everyone hear me? We are using our new mic here. So just a little mic test. If everyone can hear us crystal clear, definitely let us know. All right. Here we go. So yeah, we got some giveaways. We got some things we want to talk about. And of course, our sponsor. Definitely want to give him a shout out. It's been a little bit. Car Show Life. Definitely, we're getting closer to car season, and he is getting everyone's show boards ready. So if you need a show board or a design done, definitely reach out to them. The link is in the description of every single video we do. You can check out his website. He did all of our... And he's in the process of doing Tonia's, actually.
Tonya ever gets her stuff to him.
I know, right? But he did all three of our cars at 3 out of 4 for us, and definitely came out so well and high quality. And Drake is the best. He really knows what he's doing. So that's definitely a bonus. What's going on, Rock? How you doing? But tonight is something we do. There is a bunch we need to talk about because there's a lot of Camaro fake news going around, and we've been watching videos and reading articles. And GM Authority is, can we just say, like, anonymous for doing this in order to get some clickbait? Now, do they have some great information? Of course they do. Can you trust everything they say? I don't know about that. Everything with a little grain of salt, but they're just trying to keep the nameplate alive, and not much information to tell. But we'll go over both articles that came out this past week from them, because I've seen a bunch of other people do videos about said articles. So this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. On top of the last 2024 Camaros that are still out there, we'll go over the inventory that's still out in the public, and we got some questions and some giveaways. So join in the fun. Definitely feel free to comment, smash that like button if you like what you're hearing and you like our videos. We do appreciate all your love and support, and we're getting ready for car season 2, guys. It's really cold here though, and we're actually doing a car event this weekend, so maybe we'll get some video for y'all. We will be driving to Ohio for
a holiday party for NEOCC.
The Northeast Ohio Camaro Club
in the truck
kindly invited us to join them at their holiday party. So we will be showing you that. Hopefully we'll see some Camaros there. Doubt it because it's like -4 degrees, but we'll see. Some people drive their cars all year round.
We're going in the truck.
We are definitely not bringing a Camaro.
Yep.
Because there's plenty of snow on the ground.
Taking Zane.
And it's going to take us about 6 hours to get there. So, yeah. Checking out my shirt. Got the Camaro 50 shirt, rocking it with the 50th anniversary edition of the 6th gen. Which is crazy to think about, right? Because, you know, sometimes they've done 35th anniversary, 40th anniversary, 45th, 50th. There's no 55. Will there be a 60 though? If there is a 60th anniversary, which we're gonna keep the faith on, as our lovely God F-Bod father says, that would be a 7th gen. So we are going to be talking about if the 7th generation comes back. Well, we're not going to say if, we're going to say when the 7th generation comes out. what engine choice will be in the vehicle. We're going to be going over some engine options, especially since GM Authority wants to ask the question and get that clickbait going. What's going on, Derek? My first car, 1994, 1999 Camaro. Awesome. My first Camaro was a fourth gen as well, 94 Rally Sport in red hot with black T-tops, a four-speed car, right? Yeah, four-speed car with the 3.4 liter V6. It was like 178 horsepower, but love that car, miss that car. Wish I still had it to this day. Got it with 1,500 miles on it, put 96,000 miles on it. So definitely drove it every day. Love that car. For you new people that are just joining us, welcome. We are the Camaro Cave. Andrew here and Tonya. And Chili, one of our little Panthers. The other Panther is laying here on the ground on the Philadelphia Eagles carpet. Yeah. Our boys are going to rock it this weekend against Washington. Now that the government incentives is gone to buy an American-made EV, do you think EV sales will take a major hit? I do. I do believe EV sales will take a major hit because, for people that don't know, I do work for Chevrolet at the dealership level. And I have not sold one EV where the customer told me that they're getting this EV because of the environment. The only question they ever asked is, how much money from the government can I get? And will the government basically pay me to buy this car? And it's sad. Now, the products are great. The Equinox EV is an unbelievable vehicle for what it is, especially at the price point. You're getting a steal. And the government incentive is still currently on the vehicle until the money runs out. So this month, there's still that $7,500 tax incentive from the federal government if you qualify. Now, see, what people don't understand is the qualifications that you need to have in order to qualify for this. So I mean, we live here in New Jersey, and New Jersey also does a state rebate. So if you live in New Jersey, you get a $2,000 rebate off of EVs. Now, if you make $75,000 or less, then you can actually get an extra 2,000. So it could be 4,000. But in order to live in New Jersey, you cannot make that kind of money and survive. So it could be a $4,000 rebate from the state of New Jersey plus $7,500 from the government. We're talking about a lot of money here. And if you own a Chevy Bolt or Bolt EUV, then GM gives you an extra $3,000. So there's a lot of money, and this is why people just wanted these vehicles to collect the money and get money off of the vehicle to get a cheap ride. Now, once the EVs first came out, GM was also paying to have a EV charging station installed in your house. They are no longer doing that. That is on the customer now. So that's turned a couple people off. But you are still getting so much money off of these things. So, but with the new political swing, definitely things are looking up. There's more optimism. We're getting people that are coming out with money, willing to spend it because they're making money. The stock market's killing it. So I do think this is a huge change for the auto industry, and it's definitely going to be seen in years to come. Now, nothing's going to be changed drastically right away, but the next couple of years are going to be pretty interesting, especially since I looked on our locator today and they already have some 2026 models already listed. So the new 26 model Equinox is getting a new color called Polar White. So they're replacing iridescent tri-coat, which is like white diamond, and bring a new white color to the Equinox. Also, the new 26 Traverse, which was sad to say they're not changing any colors. They're keeping all the same colors for 26 that are in 25 and 24. So kind of shocked about that. Now, doesn't say they won't have a limited edition come out because that information hasn't come out yet, but at least know the colors. Yeah, bring back the Volt, 100%. The Volt was the best bang for your buck. You didn't have to worry about range anxiety. So you had gas when you wanted it, you had electric when you wanted it, and literally people loved it. It was Consumer Reports' best rated vehicle for a long time. Good evening, boys and girls. Forgot about the show until I got a notification. Don't know how much I'll be here. Well, appreciate it, Paul. Thanks for joining. Hey guys, do you think Mary is going to feel some heat now for jumping into EVs too soon? Scott, that's a great question. I feel like the heat has been feeling for years, even though their EV sales are through the roof. They're the highest it's ever been, and they sold a boatload in 2024. Just to be fair, but they are. I think they're missing the boat because all these foreign brands went hybrid and they're selling a lot more vehicles than anticipated. And if GM already had the technology with the Volt, they could have literally just made a model and used that technology and put it in every single model they made, and that would have helped out with the CAF laws from the government, which now with the new administration they're gonna lessen the CAF laws. They're gonna get rid of the EV mandates. So if you want an EV, great, you can go buy one. If you want a gas powered car, great, you can go buy one. It should be customer driven. And that is what the new administration is pushing. So that's super exciting. And he signed an executive order day one about that. So it's really cool. Glad to hear it. Hybrids are the answer. And the foreign brands knew it ahead of time. But the big three, so GM, Ford, and Stellantis, were too busy taking billions from the government in order to make these hybrids. But Ford should not lose $4.5 billion just to build electric cars. Let's be clear about that. They should not be losing billions of dollars in order to fit this mandate that was upon the auto manufacturers. So we'll see what's going to happen, but it's super exciting. There's a lot of optimism going on. Everyone at work is super excited to come into work now. There's just a new air that we're feeling around, and it's pretty cool. I have a hybrid Jeep and can't stand it. The charge doesn't really last long. It's funny they say that. My dealership just took in a pre-owned Jeep 4xe with 7,000 miles on it. The customer didn't care for it, traded it in, and got a new Suburban. So, yeah, went from one extreme to the next. Nice shirt. I have one of those in my garage. Yeah, man, got a rock 50th anniversary edition. See, there's the other Panther. That's Jackson. He's a big one. He's about 23 pounds. He's a big cat. You're on camera. Yeah. So, but we are going to get into this here. Do you guys want to talk about GM Authority articles first, or do you want to go into inventory first on what is left out there in the public for 2024 models? Why, we got Cat Lady over here. Say anything to the fans?
I'm wearing my fur.
Right? 100%. We had a snow day. We got about 8 inches here over the weekend. Luckily, it was all the roads were cleared up by Monday for us to go to work. Think GM could be in a bad spot with moves like converting the Malibu factory to a new EV car. Could be a big loser for GM. It could be. We were just actually talking about Cadillac because Cadillac is still building cars. But when we want to talk about GM's article, what's up, David? Thanks for joining. He had 2 inches last night. I saw you shoveling, man. Saw you shoveling. What are you doing? But Cadillac's still building cars. GM, there's only one vehicle left where they make a V6 in it. GM only has one actual vehicle left with the V6. Does anybody know what that vehicle is? What's up, Al? How you doing? Thanks for joining. And while you answer that question, I will get this article up.
Oh my god, babe.
This has been the talk of online, right? I'm sure you guys have seen it. But this was kind of a big deal, and made some controversy online. The Chevy Camaro must become less expensive to see next gen exclusive. Now people were like, "Oh my god, exclusive! Let me click. Let's get to the website." But this is literally the reason why these articles succeed, because it is pushing and promoting clickbait, right? What's up, Spider? CT4. No, CT4 is not a V6. Bum, bum, bum. Cadillac XT6. That's their SUV. Cadillac XT6 is still the V6. Nope, CT5 is a twin turbo V6. But they're not. I'm talking about naturally aspirated here. I'll make it even easier. There's only one Chevrolet that has a V6 in it. Hi, had to have my 2024 towed boop boop to dealer last week. Oh, what's going on, Jan? Run flat was flat. Tires covered by dealer policy. I bought at delivery. Awesome. Yep, tire and wheel. That I always say, if you're buying a vehicle and plan on keeping it, always get the tire and wheel policy. It will literally save you. Literally, when I got my 2016 car, within a month I had a nail in the tire. I didn't have to pay a dime. Replace my tire right away.
I had a rim blow up.
Yeah,
Rim.
a rim.
The wheel, not the tire. The wheel.
Tell the people about your rim story.
Whole front of it just cracked and came completely off, and it got towed into Detroit because we were away. It got towed in Detroit, and they replaced it because we had wheel and tire. Yeah, you gotta have wheel and tire.
That is definitely a must.
We get that on everything.
Yes, Sean and David, it is the Blazer. The Blazer is the only Chevrolet with the 3.6 liter V6 left in the lineup. Everything else has moved to the next gen 4-cylinder turbos. These turbos are pumping out a lot of power. So it's in Tonia's truck. It's in Tonia's new Silverado, which is honestly a great little engine. And I say little, but it's really big because you're talking about 310 horsepower and 430 feet-pound of torque, which is 60 feet-pound of torque more than the 5.3 liter V8, which is crazy to think about. Plus, it's less weight. And on our way to Pittsburgh, I can say we did achieve 31 miles to the gallon in a full-size truck.
And it moves it.
Oh, it does.
He's a big truck, and it moves it.
Hi, David. I only had to pay $38. Nice. Came out Saturday to my rear flat on the Camaro. Really? Okay, did you find out why? Bad valve stem. Wow. That's crazy. Tonya got the diesel. Okay. Nope. She got the 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbo. It's the best bang for your buck. If you're looking for a truck and you're not going crazy with it, first of all, you're still allowed to tow 11,000 pounds.
I don't have the diesel anymore that we were talking about, Charles.
Secondly, you have an 9,000 pound, a 11,000 pound trailering capacity. GM starting to sell cars out of the Heritage Collection at Barrett Jackson. Is that what's going on? I have not heard that.
We
Andy,
knew that was happening.
what do I do if I am out of town and have a tire issue, not in dealer area?
You just call it in.
You literally, because you bought a brand new vehicle, you have the towing, have the vehicle towed to the nearest Chevrolet dealership, and they fix it. So it depends on the policy that you got, but like our policies we sell at my dealership, or CNA is the company, and that's who does tire and wheel, and literally you can go to any dealership in the country and they accept it, so you shouldn't have a problem.
There's a Chevy dealership. You can swing a cat and hit 6.
Pretty much.
They're everywhere.
We have where we live here in New Jersey, there's probably 6 Chevy dealerships within 10 miles. And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Wrong. You can't get me to believe a 4-cylinder engine is worth money. I hear what you're saying, Spider, but they've come a long way and they've definitely changed, and that's what our next conversation is going to be. Not just this article, but the next article from GM Authority, which is why we're really doing this podcast, because we're going to be talking about those engines, which is kind of crazy, because if they do make a 7th generation car, and I say if, but when, because Camaro is not dead.
My bear, babe.
I know, right? If and when they do, what base engine should be in the next Chevy Camaro, and what will make it cost efficient? Now, remember, people are willing to spend $100,000 on a Camaro. This past year was proven, right? With the ZL1 Collector's Edition, people were spending over $100,000 for a Camaro. But the Turbo Max is the next generation of engine, and they're building it currently. Now, remember, when a lot of things go into building and putting together the next power plant for a car, there has to be an engine already in the system that General Motors is building to use for that vehicle. That's the only, they're not going to just spend millions of dollars of testing and R&D to make a brand new engine if it's not going to go in multiple vehicles. Crazy. So, like they say, they go over the engines, right? We all know about the 2-liter turbo that they had in the 6th generation Camaro, and they had it for a long time, since 2015. The car literally came out. The 2-liter turbo was a great little engine, and they sold so many. And in order for GM to sell a V8 engine, they had to sell multiple V6 and turbo cars just to hit the CAF law to make a V8. So without the V6 and the turbo car, there would never be a V8 engine allowed into a Camaro. And literally, that is why these engines existed, so they could build a V8. And people don't realize that. They're like, "Oh, I'm never gonna buy a 4-cylinder Camaro," but they sold a crap ton of Camaros. And if I ever have a kid and I want them to get a first Camaro, they just turned 16. Yeah, I have no problem with getting them a 2-liter turbo Camaro if it's under $30,000. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. Not only can they get 275 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque, but they're going to get over 30 miles to the gallon and way less, and still compete with some of the best cars on the road. It's pretty crazy when you think about it.
They're going to have to be super freaking responsible before we put them in a Camaro, babe. That's all I'm saying. My daughter went in a tank.
Bigger the better. I buy that in a Camaro, and that's what we're getting at, David. 3-liter twin turbo from Cadillac would be a good choice, and we're gonna get to that too. 100%. Nothing wrong with the V6 and the Camaro. I know, but since GM is no longer building a Camaro, and remember, the Camaro went away. 2024 was the last model year, right? So it takes 5 to 7 years for them to bring a car back. So if they start it right away when the last Camaro decided to come off the line, which was when, or
That's a question.
well then, we'll get to that in a second. Now, also the competition is still making 2-liter turbo engines, like in the Subaru BRZ and the Toyota G8 GR, which is crazy because the Camaro outdid both those cars. And even the Mustang. The Mustang had a lot of power in that little 4-cylinder turbo, which they are still selling, by the way. But 315 horsepower out of their little turbo. But the best bang for your buck would be, in my personal opinion, because they're using it and it's in Tony's truck. Why not take the 2.7-liter turbo? Not only will the car weigh less, cost less, but you'd be getting a lot of power in the process. I mean, just look at the numbers here. We're talking about 325 horsepower, 380 feet-pound of torque. That's in the CT4. That's crazy. And you can even get 310 horsepower and 430 feet-pound of torque, which is in her truck right now. Why can't they do that? They already build the engine. They already know what transmissions are best for it, which is an 8-speed or a 10-speed, depending on what truck you get, and put that into a Camaro. Like, that thing would fly. You're telling me you're going to be able to have 430 feet-pound of torque in a Camaro that weighs less than a V8 and is literally getting almost the same amount of torque. Which one's going to win? 4-cylinder hybrid, just an appliance. I'm happy with my V6. 100%. I mean, look at Tony's V6, right?
Tony's V6 is on drugs.
Tony's V6 is on drugs. Let's just read some of the comments here, guys. I drove my 4-cylinder Mustang. I was impressed. Massive trucks, Charles says. Some of the reasons I always buy 6-cylinders. Now, it is upset to say that the 6-cylinder is going away, but they're showing impressive numbers with these turbos, and it is the future. Keep costs down, be reliable. Now, here's the engine that we were talking about, right? That's in the Cadillac CT5. You got the twin turbo V6, 3.0 that someone in the comments was just talking about. Literally, it's a great output engine. 335 horsepower, 360 feet-pound of torque. 360. So the numbers they're showing here, there's 2 different delivery engines. You can pay for the low output, you can pay for the higher output. That's why there's 2 different numbers. And then still get that 405 pound-feet of torque, which is crazy. That's a lot of power, and the car would weigh less. And it's all about that weight ratio, the power ratio, right? I need to ride in Tony's V6. Yeah, you do, David. I'm surprised you never took a ride.
It's never been where he's been.
I guess that's true. Well, it's not going to Ohio this weekend.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That is true. Onyx is on juice for sure.
She does like her juice boxes.
Mm-hmm. It definitely loves its gas stations.
She does like the gas stations.
Talk to Hendrick Richmond today. If I remember correctly, they have a 78 V4 Z28. Wow. 6,000 miles. Nice. You never seen Honest? Read the other day the Mustang sales were down 10% for 2025. That's bad being a new redesign year. People are saying they are too expensive. And see, this is what we're talking about. Just like the other article that GM Authority wanted to post, right? This one must become less expensive, and that's true. And the four-cylinder engines is the way to make it less expensive, putting out massive pounds of torque and massive horsepower. Now Mustang, as much as we want to hop on Mustang, just like Andrew Garcia in the comments said, there, my pops, the Mustang Mach-E did outsell the Mustang, which is crazy to think about. The electric Mustang outsold the gas power Mustang. Kind of crazy. Yep, Mustang GTV8 Premier is over 60,000. 100%. I mean, listen. This was the last year for Camaro, so they did jump the price up. We can't say they didn't. They pushed out the collector's edition, and we own one, and I was happy to pay the premium for it. But our MSRP on ours was 61,000. It's a lot of money. But for what you're getting, there is not, you can't get a sports car like that for under that kind of money now. The least expensive Corvette brand new you can get is over $70,000, and they do not sell anything else brand new that is still being produced underneath that, which is crazy to think about. I'm sorry about the new electric Mustang. It's an ugly car. No, you know what, and this again, another reason why the Mustang Mach-E was selling is because of all the money off from the government. So they can get that car for less money than they can get the gas-powered Mustang for. Which one are some people going to go for? Unless you're a diehard, Big Three fan, Mopar, which I'm actually really curious to see. So the brand new Dodge Chargers are hitting dealerships right now. Has anyone seen one? Because I am very curious to see how they're going to go over. I keep seeing their Facebook posts from dealers that are posting their brand new Daytona Chargers with 670 horsepower for 90 grand. And actually, we'll just go to it, right? But it's really a question that Dodge needs to answer, because what is going on with them, right? Where are we going? Let's check it out, shall we? I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but the world's most powerful muscle car. First of all, I shouldn't be able to say that comment, because it's not a muscle car, right? But hey, at least they're trying. They didn't bow down, right? They're still producing something. Your Uber is working on Saturday. Ours too. We'll see you there. On Saturday, I'll use Uber from hotel to party. No DUI for you. Nope. We'll be seeing you there, Charles. We're excited to see everybody. We should have a Camaro Cave table at the NEOCC holiday party this weekend, which we're driving 6 hours to get to, by the way. I'm sure I know a couple other people are coming from farther, but that's the deal.
Let's take us longer than that. Snow.
Let's see what we got here. Oh my God. Look at these guys. Do you want a charger? Do you want the new electric Charger? An RT starting at $60,000? Available only in all-wheel drive. Or do you want the Scat Pack starting at 73?
I want neither. Thank you.
That's crazy. Now let's just go to the Scat Pack, shall we? See how high we can get this beast. See, before we even add anything, we're already at 75. That's crazy. And then if you want any color besides black or white, you're going to be paying $795. That's a bright orange. It's not like vivid orange or crush orange. All right, so we got that. And then exterior color with black roof.
Well, add a color.
So you can do
Black is free.
two tone, blah, blah, blah. Right? If you want two tone, so different color roof.
The roof is glass.
Pitch black painted steel roof. What are you talking about? Now
So
you
no
can
glass
add the
roof.
sunroof, and the sunroof is literally the entire roof in this car. I've seen it. Yeah, but of course they gotta make you change things, right? Yeah, you want the sunroof? Woohoo! Oh, you add $2,500 for the sun and sound package. So you're getting an 18 speaker high performance audio with subwoofer and full glass roof.
That's ugly. It doesn't look like a sports car.
I've been watching the videos on this, and all the YouTubers are really destroying this car. There's a bunch of YouTubers that are really trying to like it and like promote it, but it is not going over very well with the public.
I don't like it.
Dodge Charger, yeah. So they changed. So the old Chargers used to be coupes. Then Charger became 4-door, and Challenger was a 2-door. But they are making the 2-door Charger now, and that's the first one to come out. And then they are going to make a 4-door Charger as well. That one's not out yet. The 2-door Charger is the first one to come out. Now, again, these are fully electric. So then you got the wheels. Standard wheels are your 20-inch aluminum, right? Which we're going to add the black wheels because we can, and we want them because it looks better with the orange. And you want the all season. You got 305s in the front and 325s in the rear for $700. And already, first of all, can we just talk about we're already at $86,000, 660. That is an insane amount of money. That is more than an L1, and at least it makes some noise as the L1. Now, so that's the new interior, by the way, guys. A lot of people are really watching videos on YouTube about the screen. They are destroying the tech on the screen. Now, it looks really cool. It's very intuitive, but it's very hard to follow, and they don't like how the touches work on them. And you see the bar underneath the screen. Literally, I was just watching a video. The guy was just touching them, and each one of those buttons makes like a plastic sound, which is really weird. But
what do you mean a plastic sound?
You gotta watch the video of these people trying to touch this thing.
Like a
no, you like press it down and it like makes like a
clicking noise, like a keyboard.
Yeah, kind of like a clicking noise, and you're like, this is supposed to be a car. What is going on? But all right, I digress. We'll get back into doing this. First of all, if I want the red seats. I want the racing seats. I guess it's not like Camaro. You know, you can get different color seatbelts in Camaro, but you can't get. You just got black seatbelts here. Oh, sorry, black seats. Maybe they can change the seatbelts. I don't know. All right, so we're already at 87,155, and we've added the driver experience recorder, which is $1,000 track package, because once you have the wheels, you get. That's what that's all about. Carbon and suede package. All right, so you got carbon fiber in there. The plus package, did we add that? That's added there as well. They just added everything for us already. Which I don't want to bore you guys with going over that. So now we're at powertrain, right? So you have 400 volt front rear electric drive motors. Which, first of all, can we just talk about this? This is supposed to be Dodge, right? This is supposed to be Mopar, like GT, Scat Packs, Hellcats, and these Chargers cannot do burnouts. I don't know if y'all are aware, but you cannot do a burnout in any of the new Chargers. Well, I mean, everyone knows what Dodge stands for, right? What's the definition of Dodge? To avoid. No, it's actually that's what it means to look it up. Look it up. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. So we're before taxes. We're almost at $90,000 for this car, and I gotta plug it in. And I love how it tells you nowhere what the range is of this vehicle, which is kind of crazy. Like you want to know more.
Well, all that stuff that it's running, I'm sure it's not that great. But all that stuff
No,
you just added.
they're saying like some people are like getting under 200 miles, and they got to
Well, yeah,
plug
'cause
this
look
thing
at
in.
all of the stuff you're running.
Powertrain. So even if you go back to powertrain, it does not tell you how many miles you're gonna get in the vehicle. Now, of course, if you're buying one of these, you really don't care about miles. I feel like because you just want a fast car. Because I'm sure it is fast, but is it fun? And that's really the question. I'm curious to see one of these on the road. I'm curious to race one of these in the Camaro, just to see what happens. But they are heavy. It's like people that have been driving them on YouTube, like they're saying it's like driving a boat.
Well, of course they're heavy. They've got like all those batteries in them.
Yeah,
It's like the Tesla.
100%. All four wheels are pulling all the time. 100%. What about Nova? Since you brought up Dodge, what about Nova, Charles? Oh, I got a call at my dealership 2 days ago,
Which in Spanish means won't go.
and the customer was like, "I'm calling for my boss. He wants to know when the Corvette SUV is coming out." I was like, "What? What are you talking about, Corvette SUV?"
She's asking for a friend.
She was asking for her boss.
Oh, she's asking for a friend.
And I had to politely tell her nothing to the effect has been announced. There's plenty of fake articles out there online about vehicles that are not going to exist and have not been announced about existing. Now it doesn't mean there's not going to be a Corvette SUV coming in the future.
It's been talked about.
It's been talked about for years because they got to go up against Porsche. They got to go up against Lamborghini. But nothing has been announced yet. They cannot even build enough Corvettes right now. Like they're worrying about the ZR1, which is a beast, by the way, for $175,000, and where there's probably going to only build like a couple hundred for the first year. It's going to be that limited of production. Where's the Hemi? Yeah, so Dodge doesn't make a Hemi anymore. Dodge does not even make a Hemi in their trucks anymore. Think about that for a second. Why would you ever want to go to what does Dodge even sell? They sell that little SUV that we do see them on the road, and they're definitely way expensive. They're like 50 grand for their little SUV. Oh my god, what's it called again? The Hornet, Dodge Hornet. Yes. Looks cool. But their RT version is 50 grand. What person would a regular job can afford such a vehicle? I think we're getting a little bit overpriced on a lot of these cars. 100%. And that is why if Camaro is to ever come back, which we do believe it will, and we do believe there's going to be a 7th gen, they do have to start under $30,000, guys. And the way to do that is with a 4-cylinder engine. I'm sorry for people are diehard V8 people out there. You need a starting point for these cars, and the auto manufacturer needs to see some income. They need to have a return on their investment. They need some ROI. Now, you were saying something earlier. We were having this conversation
They do need to get down to a lower price point because when the 2010 first came out, they were down in that price point.
They were in the low 20s, like 24, 23, 24.
Empty one, yeah.
Yeah, one LS.
I gave
steely wheels.
I gave 32 for Onyx, and she was completely loaded.
And think about that. If you can get into that price point again, but so many manufacturers are like staying away from making cars that are under $30,000 now, but you have to have the infrastructure there.
And I still had a ridiculous car payment.
It's very true. That is very true, Charles. Incomes were lower in 2010 for sure, but that it doesn't mean people couldn't afford $30,000. Now today, realistically, I don't think something would be, around low 20s starting. I think if you can get a starting point for a new Camaro under $30,000, that would be the price point. And then, of course, you should max out on a V8, just a regular SS V8, like when the 6th gen first came out, right? Like Tribute was fully maxed out $49,000 MSRP on Tribute, my 16 SS. And look at that, I bought the same vehicle basically in 2024 for 61. A $13,000 jump within almost 10 years.
Almost 8 years.
8 years, yeah. Oh, 9 years because I got it in 2015. So in 9 years, it took a $10,000 jump. Well, $13,000 jump. Almost. So
that's a lot of quarters.
100%, Charles. Happy to spend it. If you ask me tomorrow, I would do it over in a heartbeat. So glad, so thankful and blessed to be able to. You know what? It landed in our lap, right? We were trying to get a ZL1. Clearly, I wasn't going to leave outside of my dealership to try to get one. And none of my 5 stores, none of my owners' 5 Chevy stores got a ZL1. And hell, none of my 5 stores got an SS. Just my store got an SS. So it was meant to be. And if you guys want to go watch our story about it,
Little Sparkle of Darkness,
you can literally go check our videos. We do have a whole slew of videos of our 2024 collector's
100%,
edition.
Sean, 100%.
Addicts will pay anything. Touche.
Are we addicts?
I mean, we might have a little Camaro addiction.
There's a possibility. There's worse things to be addicted to.
Tony still wears a size ZL1 ring. David said.
Yeah.
You have to check. Okay.
Yeah.
2025 Hyundai Elantra, 24,000. American car companies can do it. They could, but again, we have to talk about return on investment, right? So the American car companies have to deal with the UAW and the labor laws, and a lot of these foreign companies don't have to deal with those same laws and same incomes for their workers. So that definitely is a downfall to the American car. Now, could they have done it? I think so. Look, they made the Chevy Cruze, built in America, in Canton, Ohio, right? And literally you can buy one for $16,000. Yes, did they go up to 24,000? But you could even get a manual in a Cruze.
100%, Rock. 100%. We've been saying that since the beginning of the Camaro Cave. Everybody is talking about these cars are supposed to be better for the environment and these tree huggers and all this other. I mean, come on now. Where are these batteries going? Where are these batteries going? Are we burying these batteries? They're going to kill your trees. Now what are you hugging?
It's right from the girl's mouth.
Listen, I'm not like tying myself to trees and hugging whales or anything like that, but I I love animals. I love Mother Earth. You know, I'm all about all that kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna stop driving my gas guzzling V8. I'm just not. I love my vehicles, and I don't think that they're doing any worse to the environment than these heavy batteries on wheels that are causing fires and blowing up. And I wouldn't be surprised if California is not on fire right now because of one of those.
Imagine if they find that out. That would be nuts.
So not only did your fish die, but so did your population,
Love that
trees.
G7.
your animals, everything.
Drill, baby, drill. First of all, I've been buying gas my entire life, and I don't see that ever changing in my lifetime, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that. That's just nuts. I watched towns around me in Oklahoma just shut down because there's no drilling. So I'm happy to see that start happening again. I know we're going to have some earthquakes from it. So be it.
I think the whole drill, baby, drill thing is a huge investment in our country. Going to be creating plenty of jobs and lowering the price of gasoline for your average worker. And once your transportation costs go down, so does your grocery bill, because
Everything goes down.
Everything comes down together.
Yep. And we're sitting on this, so we might as well be taking advantage of it and using it.
Liquid gold under our feet, y'all. Hydrogen will be up and coming, just not ready yet. So
no, we're not ready to meet George Jetson yet.
No, I'm not ready for a hydrogen bomb in a car. But yeah, now they have tried doing that. Hell, look, if you guys have some time, look up the car that was run by water. The guy died of natural causes.
That was a pretty cool car.
That built it. And
that was a pretty cool car.
And literally it would have never passed because the oil companies are too big. And no manufacturer wants it because they're in bed with the oil companies. So it's all about the dollar.
How are the electric cars working?
Because the government subsidizes them.
Right, but still, if the water car didn't work, how are the electric cars getting?
They will be drilling more in the Gulf of America. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about that. Can't put battery fires
don't completely destroy our land doing it. It's okay.
Hydrogen is not safe. I've seen that. Just why can't we have hybrid gas automobiles? And that's where we're going, and that's where I think GM had missed the boat for the past 5 to 7 years. They could have gone hybrid, and they've had the technology to go hybrid, and literally I think that's where the next generation of cars are coming from.
That's what I should have went.
And I think they're realizing it, and they're going to be starting to move in that direction.
We can't support it. There's no way we can support being 100% electric. We just can't support it.
Drilling in Greenland. Jan says border is closed with wailing and screaming, but those thousands that are stuck. Look what happened to the Tucker. What are you talking about, David? What we have now. The EV vet was the best idea, 100%, and that's where I think Spider. I think you're right. I think that's where Camaro is going to go. And literally, if that happens, I'm okay with it. Why wouldn't I be okay? I got a badass V8 under my hood and electric motors to run my front wheels. So you're literally telling me there's a chance that you can have an all-wheel drive Camaro and drive in all conditions. That would be pretty cool. Plus, have over 600 horsepower, and be pretty cost efficient. I don't see why not, as long as the price point would be under what the vet is, and you have 4-seater. There's ways to get around this, y'all.
Yeah, if the Camaro comes back at the same price as the vet, it's not going to work.
Well, they wouldn't even bring it back if it was the same cost of the vet. The vet will always be king. Literally, we've had this conversation with our great friend Scott Settlemeyer, who was the long time GM workaholic. No,
he's married to them.
He literally was, but he said when he was working for General Motors, there was the rule where Camaro can never beat Corvette in power, right? So even though they would use the same engines, they would change the cams. However, even though they would state to the government the horsepower of the vehicle, the Camaro actually always made more horsepower than was stated publicly, because their cams that they were using in those engines were truck cams.
Charles says that they're losing the battle with the customer service too.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Not only at dealers, but with reliability and talking to their customers. I mean, even if she can tell you stories with Jeep. Jeep was horrible. Jeep's customer service was probably the worst I've ever heard of.
Oh, bar none. And I loved their product.
But literally, I mean, after what I've seen you go through, I would never buy a Jeep. I know you're in love, but I personally would never own one.
That was crazy. It was crazy, and I love their product. It's so sad that it came down to what it came down to.
Now, see what was going on, and a lot of people aren't talking about it, is that the auto manufacturers are now across the world, there is a global part shortage across the world from all their vendors, from all their parts. Literally, this, like, GM was having a hard time to get engines, to get the materials for all their accessories. They had to slow down production of many of their models, and that's why a lot of dealers don't have inventory right now, which is crazy. Like, I look at my dealership, I have 0 Tahoes, I have 0 Suburbans, I have 0 Traverses. Literally, were 3 models were sold out of, and I couldn't tell you when the next ones are going to arrive right now. So it's just crazy to think about. A lot of dealers don't have inventory right now. So when people like, oh, like, is it hard to sell something? No, it's very easy to sell things right now, because these things come in and they go because people want them, and there's not much inventory for them to buy.
Well, Charles says it's right. It's not the dealer's fault if GM doesn't have a fix for situations.
100%.
Wow, 8 months for an engine for one of their police cruisers.
Mm-hmm. G7, do you have any Chevy Blazer SSs in your fleet. I know a bunch of the new Blazer SS police escorts are getting put out there, the EV ones. Dealerships around here have 2023 inventory. Well, then they are not good at pushing 2023 inventory. Uh, uh, Not yet, just Tahoes and Explorers. Now, granted, the new model Tahoe and Suburban was a late launch, so that's why there's not much inventory out there in the public. But my my dealership, we sold our 2024 inventory real quick. I know between our five owners, five stores, we do have more 24 inventory on the ground, but my store is currently sold out. Doesn't mean I can't get vehicles from our other stores. It's just my current location does not have any Tahoes or Suburbans right now, and Traverses are very, very hard to get. Even though the lease is expensive on a new Traverse, people are getting them, and people are dishing out the money because they want a 3-row SUV. And honestly, it's a great vehicle. If you need head gaskets for your 392 Hemi, you can't get them. That's not good. I believe my nephew in Jersey drives a Chevy Police Special. Ooh, we would love to see pictures of that. That's awesome, Charles. Paul says, guys, I never had a problem with Jeep service. I'm in my third. So I don't know. You want to go over your little Jeep problem? And it lasted years, and
Nothing.
they didn't care. They didn't do nothing.
The truck was amazing. Like the truck was solid. I loved my Gladiator.
What year was it?
I did not love the bill associated with it. It was a damn mortgage, but the truck was solid, and I took really good care of it. So we were golden with it. But if the vehicle ever started to have any issues, like real issues, and I ran into the same problems that I ran into with the little tiny issues that we had, I'd have been up a creek.
Well, but what's crazy about the whole Jeep situation is literally all, and you bought every warranty under the sun.
I did, and I couldn't
She
use
bought
them,
every extended warranty under the sun for this
and I
Jeep,
couldn't use them.
and she could never use them. And that
And
little auxiliary battery went. Which, by the way, Jeeps have two batteries. Doesn't matter what Jeep it is, because one battery is just for the stop start, which is stupid as hell,
and some of the accessories,
and it's underneath. It's underneath the main battery.
Big battery.
So you have to remove the main battery in order to get to the auxiliary battery.
And the fuse box.
Yeah, you have to remove the fuse box. How we know? Because we did it ourselves instead of spending hundreds of dollars at the dealership because they wanted to charge you. First of all, they wanted to charge you $100 just to look at the thing, see what's wrong. Then they wanted to charge you like thousands of dollars to do all the work to put this battery in.
Which, after what we went through,
it still wouldn't have been worth it.
I feel like it might have been worth it.
Just because we were doing it at night in the dark.
Of course. Of course, babe. That was crazy. But now we have the experience of it. Interesting experience. But it started in the beginning because I purchased the vehicle. I bought the tonneau cover. I bought the spray and bed cover, the spray and bed stuff. I mean, I did everything I could to it. It was a beautiful Jeep. And not even a year into owning the Jeep, the bed rusted. The sprayed bed rusted.
The spray and bed liner rusted out the entire back of the truck.
Yep.
Underneath,
in the bed, the gate, it was a mess. And I'm sure it's because of something that the person that they paid to do it did not do right. Well, I'm positive of it because we figured that out when we had to repair it. So I spent the better half of a year and a half fighting with the dealership and turning them into the Better Business Bureau and just everything. And they
sending letters.
They ran us in circles telling us that they didn't do it. So it's, they sent it to a third party. So I asked for the third party. They wouldn't give me the third party. Then they finally gave me the third party because I threatened a lawyer on him. And the third party said that he did it, but that he's not responsible for it because of the liner that he used. So he gave me the name of the company of the liner that he used. But then when I got a hold of that company, which I don't think he thought I was going to do, I found out that that's not the liner that he used, but that's what he puts out there that he's using. But they said they had not sold any product to him in over like 5 years.
Let's just call it a cluster.
Of gigantic proportions. So I went in circles between like 4 different people and got nowhere. And it got back to the dealership, and the dealership said, "We'll give you $350 for a $3,000 spray in bed. You want to give me $350 when I have to have the whole thing sandblasted out and redone?"
It's literally
Really?
eating out the bed, and the worst part is once the bed starts rusting, then you're it's eating out the plastic. It's eating out the bumpers around it as
It
well.
was ridiculous.
It was literally the rust was getting in the plastic.
We had so much repair work to do to this, but we did it. We did it ourselves.
We did. We fixed it
And it
ourselves
looked amazing. Amazing.
and traded that sucker in.
And then got rid of it.
Yep. It was time. And now she has a beautiful Chevy pickup.
Yeah, that I did not put a spray and bed liner in. Andy bought me a great big rubbery squishy mat that goes in the back that worked very well today when we put the couch in. That couch did not move.
That's good to know.
We put that couch in there, and I don't think I even needed to tie it down. I did, but I don't think we needed to. Those boys could not get that couch to move for nothing. But
even going through, because you called Jeep multiple times.
You
called Jeep Wave all the time.
I was on with Jeep Wave for a year before I finally got a supervisor who said, we're really sorry, but the person that you've been working with over the year is now not with us. So that's why we gave you a new person. And nobody even told me about that. And to find out when they went back through the manuscripts of everything that we had been through, she had been giving me the wrong information. So they were like, you shouldn't have been strung along even 1 hour, much less 1 year, because we can't help you underneath the warranties for whatever it was that you're going through. You got to go a different route. So that's after a year and a half of dealing with them and them telling me they were going to get this fixed for me, I had to do something completely different. My wheel and tire did work out. We did get the wheels replaced.
Yeah, but that warranty is not a Jeep warranty.
Nonetheless, the dealership here the dealership not closest to us.
We have a dealership like 5 minutes away, and we will never go to that dealership.
No, I wouldn't drop a junk car off to them. But the one that we went to that was about 45 minutes away from us was amazing. They're absolutely amazing. So I would take my Jeeps to them over and over and over. But it's crazy because we ran into another issue, and I don't even remember what that issue was right before we were getting ready to trade it in. Oh, the battery. We were trying to figure out the battery. And it should have been covered under one of my warranties. And because of something that happened in the paperwork at the dealership, so back to the dealership, at the dealership, I had the paperwork in front of me. I carried the paperwork, the original paperwork with the signatures on it in ink with me. Inside the Jeep. I know that's probably stupid, but they were inside the Jeep the whole time. I took this paperwork into this guy and said, "Hey, this is covered." He said, "Yeah, no, it's covered, but I can't find you in the computer." I'm like, "Okay, but I have the paperwork. It's right here." And he goes, "Okay, that's great." So he looks it up using the paperwork, and when he looks it up using the paperwork, he tells me that it's underneath somebody else's name. Of course, he doesn't want to give me the name of that person. I gave him the name of that person. It was my co-signer. And he was like, okay. He goes, well, that person needs to come in and do whatever for this. And I said, okay, that person's not coming in here, I promise you. And he shouldn't even be on there. He's a co-signer, and he's not even on the warranties. I am. He's not even a signer to the warranty. It didn't even take 2 signers for the warranties. I'm the only signer on the warranty. Why is he keyed into the computer system? I don't know. You're going to have to go back to the dealership and have that figured out. Okay. Are you serious, Momo? Right now, are you serious? Because you're looking at the paperwork. You can see that was taken care of in Oklahoma. I'm not going back to Oklahoma to take care of this so that you can take my car in. And then he was telling me that I had to pay some deductible and some crazy stuff just so that he could look at the car. Yeah, it got stupider and stupider and stupider as everything went on. So I finally I got mad and did it myself. So, and Andy and his dad helped, but it was ridiculous that I had to go through all that when I paid for all these warranties, which I have turned in the warranties for the refunds after I turned the car in. And it's been how long? 6 months?
You still haven't got any money back.
I haven't gotten anything back off of any of those warranties. And out of, I think, 8 warranties, 2 of them said right on them that no matter what you did, you weren't getting anything back. They were non-refundable, which I didn't know because I didn't pay attention to that. So pay attention to that when you buy a car. And the other 4, I should have been able to get money back on. The only one that I got money back on was the one that was handled by the company that the car was financed through. So because I paid it through them, they paid me back. But all the rest of them, nope. So crazy. Like, some of those warranties are awesome, some of them not so much. So 100%. Be careful with your warranties. Ask the right questions when you're buying a new car.
You should probably do a warranty video.
We probably should.
We should do a warranty video.
Ask, if I trade the car in, am I going to be able to get this back? Can it transfer with the truck? Or did I just pay you all this money and you're not going to do anything for it or whatever? Because in a lot of cases, I gave $3,000 to some of these people, never used the warranty. They never had to do anything. They wouldn't give anything back. And
give us a Girl Cave idea.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, are you doing Girl Cave this week?
It's
tomorrow.
Maybe. Aren't we going somewhere? No.
Thursday? No. Friday we are.
Yeah, I guess we're doing Girl Cave then.
Tony's got Girl Cave tomorrow. All right. We're gonna get back to Camaro. I promise. All right, so we appreciate you guys watching and listening to our story. But I think it's time to do a giveaway because we got almost 30 people watching and only 10 likes. Come on, people, smash that like button.
Send us your stories like that.
Yeah, if you have stories like that,
like that, because we'll do a future. Oh my God, my dealership problems, or my warranty problems, or whatever. Send us your stories about your warranties, or my dealership didn't help me out after I left the lot with my car, and we'll do some research. Maybe we start calling dealerships for people and yelling. I don't know.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
All right, what is our first giveaway question? And so we got prizes. We got coins, guys.
We got coins. So we got the Chevy coins, and they're signed by the Camaro Cave.
We did sign them.
We got 3 of them.
3 coins. So these are commemorative. I can't even say that word. You know what I mean.
Commemorative?
So commemorative. Yep. There you go. Coins from Chevrolet.
What are you trying to say?
And these are the honor and bravery from our military coins. So it says Chevy cares, Chevy salutes around the edges, and the Chevy logo is yellow and green. And then, of course, the Camaro Cave signs the back of each one. Antonia has questions for you. So we got 3 coins, 3 questions. The first person to type as fast as they can
Okay, and
to get the
remember,
answer, and please don't cheat.
I don't care if you cheat. Do whatever you have to do. Remember, though,
We're not on the same page with this.
you're not. I don't care. You have to look in the mirror, not me. Remember, your name has to be in green. You have to be a member. So, if you're not a member, then get yourself click into that button and go get yourself a membership to turn your name green. And by the time we get to the third question,
Yeah, that's not good. Wow.
you already need to plug them in, babe.
Yeah.
Well, there's an outlet down there that doesn't have anything in it. I don't think it will if you're plugging into one of the.
Oh, watch me now. Watch me now.
I don't think it works if you're plugged into the blue ones. See? Nothing. You got to plug into the outlet, which you won't reach.
It's okay. I'll figure it out.
We got this, babe. Okay, the first question is, what was the date? So I want the date, the model, and the color. What was the date, model, and color of the last Camaro off the line? Go. Baby, what's going on over there? You're really like making a mess.
Well, because this thing's huge.
Oh, nice job, David. You are correct, I think. I can't see that. Can you see that?
1 second.
Is that right? It looks right. I don't have my glasses. They wouldn't help anyways.
David says December 14th, and it was a white ZL1. 1LE.
Oh, no, that's not right. It was almost right. It was almost right, David. Right? Why do I have to like write messages to you?
No, I know you guys. No, you don't have to. Because can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me right now? Can you hear me? I put it on mute, so you shouldn't be able to hear me.
Okay, but just in case, here.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I totally forget. It's been such a long
Okay,
time.
well, that doesn't help.
I know. Either way, David won it. But doesn't he have a coin already? Or does he want to choose someone that give a coin? Ask him if he has one. If he has one, tell him he can choose.
Yeah, but he may not have one signed by us. He has, I think, one signed by. Jan thinks it was.
We're back into talking.
Okay, I was close. It was December 2023. That's all I remember. No, it was definitely not 23. The last card did come off the line in 2024. 100%. And he's correct on the date.
December 14th, 2024, the last Camaro came off the assembly plant line in Lansing, Michigan at LGR, Lansing Grand River, by the UAW. And then the next day, they fired 369 people.
Yeah, laid them off. They didn't fire them.
They moved them to a different.
They moved them to other
locations.
plants if they wanted to move.
Correct.
Do we have a phone? Can we like verify? Verify that.
Yeah, it was shared totals.
Hang on, we got to verify something.
No, it was 2023. Yeah. Because December 24 just passed. Babe, it's 25 now. We just had December 2024. It's 23.
23, yeah.
Yeah. She like the Camaro Cave should know this kind of fucking thing.
We hang on. With technical difficulties. Okay, right there. December 14, 2023.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to see. It doesn't say that. Well.
Okay, Jan, you are right. It is 23.
Yeah. We know. We did a whole video about this.
I'm off my my years right now. It's 2025 right now.
It was a white ZL1. Now, was it a 1LE or was it a non-1LE? I don't remember. I want to say it was a non-1LE car, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I feel like
I really thought it was a non-1LE car because they saved all
the 1LEs were already off the line before that car came off.
I think it was just a base. And the people that were there are the only people that have photographs of this car coming off the line, which is so upsetting because GM did not want to promote this car or promote anything about Camaro going away or the last day. But we can say that
you're right, Sean. It did have a manual transmission.
The employees that were there did have Panther shirts on, and we were able to secure some Panther.
Okay, nobody cares about that.
Shirts.
I want to know if it was a 1LE. Somebody look it up. Okay, now everybody cheat. So the question is not the date. The date is December 14th, 2023, and it is a Summit White ZL1. We need to know if it is a 1LE or not a 1LE. The big thing that was going around back then was, how do I get a 1LE? Why are we not seeing any 1LEs? Why are the 1LEs not coming? And they all had come off the line.
According to one of my videos, I think they only made like 24 of them.
They had all come off the line, I think, before the last, like way before the last day. So I don't think it was a 1LE.
I'm gonna have to go watch our own videos.
I know, we're gonna have to go watch our own video now
because it's been so long.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
We've been doing this Camaro Cave for like a year and a half now, and how do we not remember this stuff?
Well, I remember it not to be a 1LE.
I thought,
but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Okay, Sean says his phone says it's a 1LE. GL7 or G7 says it's a 1LE. Oh my god, we're wrong, babe. Fired. We're both fired.
The clock strikes whatever that saying is.
Clock strikes 13?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Look at us. Babe. That's embarrassing.
Nice.
High five, babe.
I got no words. High five,
babe. High five.
Got no words.
Okay, so did anybody actually get it out there? Jan got it out there correctly. She put 1LE too, didn't she? I think it was Jan, because Jan put 23 and she put 1LE.
Yeah, senior moments for us. Sorry, guys, that was pretty bad.
Okay, yeah, definitely senior moment.
Yeah. Sorry.
We do have AARP cards, so. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, well, Jan. No, he had the wrong date though.
No, yeah, I think he had the right date.
Okay,
if I can freaking go up.
Yeah, if you could go back.
I'm trying to go up. I'm just going through the comments, guys. Take it 1 second.
I am never not organized like this.
Kind of embarrassed about this right now.
I am never not organized like this. December 14th. Oh, he just didn't put the year.
Oh, that's kind of true. Yeah, but she didn't have the date. Yeah. Yeah. David.
Okay, no, so it's David. Okay, David, so it's you. All right. We had to go all the way back through the feed.
Dave said you're gonna nail me over the year. All right, next question. Can we get over to the next question?
Oh my
right,
God, what
so-
a mess. Okay, so David.
All right, David.
Add it to David's pile.
We're adding it to your pile over here, so we see it in a couple of days. We got your pile right there.
David V. Okay. Now I want to double check my questions really quick.
Burn those AARP cards. Don't pay for coupons.
Okay, this one I know is right. So I'm good to go. All right. So what 2 years? Don't even mess with me. Don't even mess with me. What 2 years did Chevy offer the Transformer edition? 2 years. Did you guys know that it came out 2 different times? Twice.
That was a good question.
This one's for you, Reva. Miss you, Miss B.
Go.
You know the answer?
Yeah, no, I knew the answer.
Did you? Because you sure were just reading it.
I knew I was working for Chevrolet when the Transformers edition came out.
Okay. I don't
That
believe you.
car was sitting right in the showroom floor, right in front of me. Beautiful rally yellow.
Which was not the color of the car in the movie.
No, that is a big thing.
Which really made me mad when they put these 2 cars out because I was like, "Ooh, they're going to use the paint." That was an expensive
It was an
paint.
expensive paint, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not paying attention. G7, I think, is the first one.
2010, 2012?
Mm-hmm.
G7 with the win.
Yep, G7. You got it.
So now explain to the people why those years.
Okay. So in 2009, the Transformers movie came out, and the car was...
Not in production.
No, it wasn't in production, but it was in the movie. So, and it looked a little different than the actual car when we finally got our hands on the cars. Had the razor mirrors, different color paint, like all kinds of crazy different stuff. But in 2010, they released the first Transformer movie edition. Okay, now I have to go look at this because I don't know the Transformer movie names. So what did I write down? What was the first Transformer movie?
Spider says the color was called Sunshine Yellow.
Sunshine Yellow. That was the real color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was really expensive.
Gold. Yeah, it was a gold, and it was, I can't remember what it was an ounce. It was like...
Now, granted, they sold the hell out of these Transformers editions, so they made their money.
So the car was first seen at Comic-Con in San Diego, California. That was the first place the actual car ever showed up aside from the movie. And it was in the Transformer movie Revenge of the Fallen. And then in 2012, they re-released another edition of B in the third movie, Dark of the Moon. So 2 different editions were out, and they had like different packages on them. What's the language that they speak?
Emblems?
It has all the little...
Oh yeah. They're Transformers language.
Yeah, whatever that language is called that they use, that was in the paint or in the stripes.
In the vinyl, yeah.
On the 2012 edition.
That one was the one that was sitting in front of me at the dealership.
That one was that had a $3,000 package on it. That one, they went way overboard. The 2010 one, the package was, I think, like $500 or something like that more, and it was just stripes, and it had some embroidery on the inside. The
embroidery was really cool though.
On the glove box
and on this middle console lid.
Yeah, and it had
the Transformers head logo.
Right. And then it had the Transformer logos on the outside. So they didn't go like super crazy on the very first one. And when they started to see what we all started doing to our cars, they stepped up their game and they put a $3,000 package on the 2012. So
You got the higher wing in the back.
hydroglyphics or something like that, whatever the Transformers speak. That was all over in the vinyl on the car. So it was a really cool looking car. Not my color. I was never really into that kind of stuff.
100%, David. I agree with that. 2012, I think, did look better. But that's because they invested in it, right? They saw what everyone was doing, and they wanted a piece of the action.
Right. They knew... They saw what we did to the 2010s, and Camaro owners were flipping out cars, like normal rally yellow cars, that looked better than the one that they put out. They looked closer to what B looked like. They had more stuff going on with them. They had lights. They were talking.
That is
they were doing all kinds
true,
of stuff.
David. 2010s did pave the way. and you know what was so cool about the Camaro team and the Camaro designers and engineers were Camaro enthusiasts. They literally owned Camaros, and they were so engulfed with the community, and knew so many of us, and talked to us, and went to events, and went to car shows. They were getting ideas from all of us, and literally using them, and that's really where I think like Mustang always felt short, and so did Dodge. I mean, Dodge I know has a huge Mopar following, but like they were trying to get feedback from their customers.
I don't think
and
we had the
Camaro team and the Camaro disciples were there all the time. They were reading our comments online. They were going to Camaro5.com and reading all the blogs and listening to what people wanted.
The disciples were us. The disciples were not GM employees. The disciples were...
Yes, but they were chosen by the Camaro team.
Right.
Yeah.
But they weren't the Camaro team. So the
true.
disciples were actually giving feedback. That was pretty cool.
And it's cool if you want to learn more history, you know, about the whole 5th gen. Definitely go check out one of our videos we did with Scott, the F-Bod father.
He has a lot of
in
stories
our archives.
About that.
We talked exclusively about all this. All right, so that was
third question.
That was number 2. Going to Jan, courtesy of G7. Thanks, G7.
Oh, it's going to Jan now?
Yep.
Okay. To Jan. Okay. Okay, the third coin.
Nightly.
So in 2010, we're going to go NASCAR on you now. In 2010, Dale Earnhardt was inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Was he now?
He was. Yay, Dale.
Was he driving a Camaro? No, he wasn't. He was driving Impalas at the time. Go.
But there was a Camaro that was made, that was produced in honor of him and his induction.
First of all, where you're going with this question. We've seen the car in real life, at Camaro Nationals, by the way. And if anyone's going to Camaro Nationals, they will guarantee to see this car. It will be there. It's there every year, and it's always inside. It's a badass car.
It is pretty cool.
It's one of the nicest.
And a lot of people have put this paint scheme on their cars in other colors. So the answer I'm looking for is, what color was that car and how many of them were made? The colors, because there's 2 colors. What colors was the car and how many of them were made?
It's first of all, when y'all see this car, it'll stand out in the full crowd of Camaros. You'll be like, wow. It's that color that just pops out to you.
Why don't you look it up so that we can put it on the screen?
We might have done a video about it. I feel like we did do a video about it.
I don't think we've done a video on this one yet. This is one of my favorite cars.
Well, that's a shame.
I almost painted Onyx like this, but in my colors. This was one of the this is one of the schemes that I thought about doing.
This might actually be the actual car. That's all the pictures they have. Oh, that's pretty sad.
There's no outside picture?
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. It's just the interior.
It's not even a good picture of the interior.
No.
There's gotta be a better picture of it than that.
We have to show this car off a little bit.
I can't see the feed.
Hold on one second, y'all.
There it is.
Does anybody know this question? Sean said,
All right, go back up a little bit and see.
it's right here, baby. Are those the answers?
Nope. Nope, not yet.
Keep guessing, y'all.
Such a pretty car.
I know, I love that.
Okay, we know that video worked. Just go back so we don't miss the.
The door panels are sick. The whole car is really sick, and there's so much like ideas from aftermarket in the car itself.
Yep.
Any guessers here? David's a little sneak. He knows it, but he's being quiet. Charles says it's blue and gold, 33 cars.
Nope.
Nope. Come on, y'all, for the coin. Signed by the Camaro Cave. Love the rear spoiler too. Yeah, no, they did such a good job with this car. And as soon as someone guesses it, we will show you the car and a video of the car.
I didn't think this one would be that hard.
I really didn't think so either.
Okay, how many were made? Spider, you're close.
There was not that many, guys. So the people that own this car, first of all, you gotta love Dale Earnhardt Jr. to Dale Earnhardt, sorry, to love this car. But
Sean, you got it.
there you go, Sean. I was waiting for somebody. Yep.
All right, Sean, you got it. The car was black on the bottom and candy apple red on the top. And to separate the two colors, it's silver. But that's not part of the color. That's not in color code. And there were only 10 of these cars produced. Andy will show you what the car looked like. Love that car.
Because it's like nothing else out there. I mean, Chevrolet never did two-tone paint where the bottom of the car was black and the top was red, and so was the wing, and then it's separated by silver.
There's a burgundy and white car that was put out like that, and a lot of people did it in black and pink. I've seen it done in green. A lot of people have done this. The interior of the car was badass. It was also done in candy apple red.
So the owner of this car too. Well, the owner of the one that you'll see at Camaro Nationals, underneath the hood is airbrushed all Dale Earnhardt. So it's not this exact car, but Dale Earnhardt is all airbrushed under the hood. He's in the trunk, but it's pretty cool. I mean, look at even the hood is the same color as the roof and the trunk lid. Then, of course, they had their own logo that they put on the side of the car, and then the door panels
Are also
candy apple red. So, along with around the speedometers.
So, if anybody has tried to change the color of those red pieces on the inside on a 5th gen Camaro, you know the absolute hell that they went through to get that done, because Chevy, because I had mine painted.
Yep, those panels on the trunk too are also part of the package.
Chevy, when they made those panels and put them in the cars, made them scratch resistant, which made them almost impossible to scuff so that they would let paint adhere to them.
This guy does not know how to video very well.
So I had them removed from my door panels, and my painter, I think, wanted to come into my house at night and murder me while I slept, because he tried scuffing the inside of them to paint it in reverse and do my bats and all that stuff on the inside backwards so that you could see it through.
We're gonna have to get a better video of this. So in all the packages, Dale Earnhardt does sign the car. He has floor mats of his. He has a trunk mat of his. He also has all the headrests are embroidered with his logo as well. So once we see the car, we'll get a video for you guys out there, and we'll do a little Camaro Cave video to show you guys this better video of this car, because I really don't think this video does the car justice at all. And once you see it in person, at least you get to kind of get an idea of it. But yeah, just a bad car. So we got some comments. Dan Raz, how would you become a Camaro Cave member? So we do have a membership tab on our profile page.
What's that, Sean?
You can join. We have 3 different levels. We have RS level, which is like $2. So it's nothing crazy. We have SS level and we have ZL1 level. So we mimicked the trim levels of Camaro for our levels of membership. Each one's a little bit different, but you do have to be a member of our page in order to get our giveaways. We do giveaways almost every video. We're here every single Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, unless we say otherwise. And then usually every other Thursday, she does Girl Cave. Just her, not me. So you can hear her voice more than me. But yeah, and then of course we do a lot of videos on Camaro. We're trying to do a lot more owner videos. So if you guys want to join the cave, we can invite you literally to join us on Wednesday nights and do videos together. You can join in and you can tell us about your Camaro story, because there's so many Camaro stories and we want to get Camaro owners out here, because this channel is alive because of you guys. This isn't for us. This is to make a record and keep Camaro alive and going.
David's our only dweller that's done that so far. We need another dweller to.
We do need more dwellers to come join us on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night. We can definitely do that.
I am definitely open to having a dweller tomorrow if somebody wants to come on. G7, Bridget. I think you guys should come on tomorrow.
Yep, David is a proud 14-month ZL1 member, and we do appreciate all his love and support. He's always giving out memberships too. It's pretty awesome.
Sean, I don't see your address like right off my fingertippies.
Sean's asking if Charles has a coin. I thought it was Earnhardt Black and Red 3rd Gen edition. Ooh, no, we were talking about 5th Gen. 5th Gen edition. Sean already has a coin.
Sean has a coin.
So he is picking. Then you just have to pick another member to give the coin to. Who would like Sean's coin? He gets to choose. Sean says we should give it to Charles. We'll bring it with us. We'll give it to Charles this weekend because we will be seeing you, Charles, in a couple of days.
Okay, Sean's donating to Charles.
Thank you very much, Charles. We appreciate that. I would come on a live, but our computer is too outdated and unreliable. G7 says. We also are in talks right now. We're also in talks right now.
You can use his
phone. You can use your phone if you want to. Yeah, so you can always join it. But we're in talks right now. Well, Tonia's in talk right now with one of her suppliers to come on. Well, one of her buyers actually.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll let her talk about it because I think it's a big deal for the cave.
Okay, so you guys had a really good time when we had Denny Mike on. So you know, we all eat and we all love food and we love to put stuff on our food to make it taste better. So we had Denny Mike on, and Denny Mike is fantastic. Love him. Spoke to him today. And that was dry spices. So stuff that you sprinkle on and do rubs and all that kind of stuff with. I have another fantastic guy that's going to be sharing some time with you guys from a place called Torch Bearers. They are in, where was that? It was in Pennsylvania, wasn't it?
Pennsylvania.
I'm pretty sure they're in Pennsylvania. It's on our way to Ohio, but I don't think we were in Ohio yet. Lemon something. Anyways, they do sauces. So like barbecue sauces. You're stuck, aren't you? You can't get through because there's a couple of them in the pantry. So they do sauces and all kinds of cool like wet kind of stuff. The cool thing about them is some of the people that they work with and like the artwork and stuff that's on their containers and the tightness of their group and the love of what they do, and it shows in their products. Their stuff is so yummy, and they're working on something right now that I think would take the paint off your car. This is a couple. This one's a habanero sweet onion sauce, and you can see the artwork on it. They have the same guy that does their artwork. This one's a mango scotch bonnet. These are like, if you like hot stuff, guys, they'll kill you. One of my favorite ones they have is a Reaper. This one's the Rapture. Same crazy art. I know a lot of people that buy this stuff just because of the art, and they don't even open the containers. We have one one of the Reaper ones, and it's sitting over on with our Camaro stuff because I won't open it because the Reaper's on my car. Anyways, they make a lot of cool stuff, and they have they actually work with bands, and I won't give a whole bunch of stuff away. I'll let him come on and talk to you. Ben will come on and talk to you about it. But they work with bands like well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let him talk to you. But they do the artwork and sauces and stuff for bands that you guys will know. So I'll let him come on. He's going to tell his story. He's going to talk about things that you guys can do with your food, with his sauces. And it'll be a good time. He's going to give away some stuff. And it'll be kind of like when we had Denny on, and you guys, you can buy, there's a website you can buy their stuff from as well. And I just thought we would have a lot of fun. We actually went to their I guess, warehouse or whatever they want to call it, and we saw the production area and where everything goes. We delivered some stuff to them at their place, and it was really cool to see how the stuff is made and to meet some of the people. And just Ben is amazing. He's so much fun. So you guys will enjoy hanging out with him. So we'll bring him on probably in the next couple of weeks. We got to get the logistics of it taken care of. But you guys will have a great time with them. I can't wait for you guys to hear the story. They do some amazing things, and
They do.
We'll have some fun giveaways and stuff with him and with Torchbearer. So we'll get some more food stuff on there. He's not big. He's not a big car person. He drives his car, he said, but not like Denny.
It's half the
Denny,
battle.
I know, right? Denny was a car person, so that was kind of a no-brainer. I have another one that is definitely a car person. You guys have seen his stuff with Manny. We'll try to get him on here.
Yep.
But we've never had him on live. We've just done videos in his place with all of his amazing cars. We'll try to get him on live once.
Jan says this Texan gal will be glad to test their product. What powertrain is Charles getting in his new truck? When are you picking up your new truck, Charles? Tomorrow? You got a GMC or Silverado? I think we were going GMC this time, right? GMC 1500. Yep. With
Did
the
you go
3-liter diesel.
Yeah, he went diesel. Good job. I'm excited for you. Can't wait.
That's awesome, dude.
Is it going to be ready for you to drive it to this weekend? Are we going to get
You
to
driving
see
it this weekend? Yeah, are we going to see it this weekend?
Well, that's what we were talking about. We were hoping.
Stay diesel. Charles, I love it. The baby Duramax is sweet. No, it's a good choice. It's so good
Dirty
that
Max is the way to go, man. Dirty Max is the way to go.
That they added it. They updated the engine for the new Tahoe, 2025 year Tahoe. They upgraded the 3-liter turbo diesel
Who's
for
getting
the
it
Tahoe.
ceramic coated on Thursday?
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Can't wait to see it.
Yep, I'm excited.
What color? What color? Ooh, what color did you do? Sterling gray? Slate gray? Like Tonya's? Did you go black? Did you go white or red? Radiant red?
His last truck was white, wasn't it?
Lakeshore blue? Down or matrix? What color is that? If it was a Chevy color, I know that it's the same colors, but they call them different names.
We're gonna have to look it up.
Awesome sauce.
That's exciting.
That's awesome, Charles.
When we finally get to where we purchase our big full-size truck, is definitely going to be Dirty Max. Definitely.
Why?
That's the only way to go, babe. Gotta go Dirty Max.
That's just like so much money.
But they last longer. They have less problems. They're mechanically more sound. Diesel is the way to go. And, drill baby drill. So...
Oh, you're getting on board with that?
So, fuel won't be through the roof, and it'll be affordable again, like when I had my truck. All right, we're looking it up, Charles. We're looking it up. What color is this truck?
Nice, Charles. Well, we're going to show the fans. Is it 2025, Charles? Sierra 1500. Color. Downpour metallic, which is Lakeshore blue.
Okay, so it's kind of
Lakeshore blue metallic for Chevrolet. There we go. Yeah, it's Lakeshore blue. Nice.
Pretty. Oh, he's got the workstation on the trunk.
Long trips like F-Body Beach Bash. Black screen. All right, we're back. Can you guys see us now?
There it is, Charles's new beast.
You get black wheels, or those are on your truck? There we go. There's a lot going on, guys. A lot going on.
All right, we're about to die up here.
There ain't no dying. Wow, we are coming up on 2 hours of this live.
Yeah, and your battery is about to die, babe. You are going to have to say bye-bye.
Charles, are you getting a gun rack? That is Jan's question all the time.
Jan, do you associate
We love that,
trucks with guns? Is that what's happening here? What's going on here? Jan, I will tell you this. For Christmas, Andy bought me, finally, I organized the back of my truck. Andy bought me the under the seat locking, ridiculously overpriced storage thingy, and it has a gun rack in it. So I do have a gun rack in my truck now.
It does have a gun rack.
It's got the big old little rifle slots in it. So I do have a gun rack now, Jan. It's not in the window. It's under my seat.
Charles, did you get Denali trim level? What trim level did you get? SLT.
I'm gonna have to get an inflatable gun and put it in my window.
I know. GMC Sierra. It's a badass truck.
That's beautiful. Congratulations, Charles. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for you too, buddy.
I love that tailgate.
The multi-flux tailgate.
Yeah.
You got a crew cab too, right? Short bed or long bed?
Be like, babe, Charles is flexing again.
Or did you get an Evolution?
Babe, Charles is flexing again.
Oh, it's not that package because that doesn't come in that
Maybe
color.
that truck's color black is onyx.
Yeah, they call it black onyx black in GMC.
Oh.
Yeah. The 3-liter diesel. See, downpour metallic. Just like that. Whenever it loads. There we go. Pressing too many buttons. Crew cab, crew short. Nice. That's awesome, man. Fits in the garage. It's even better. Hey, Tony's truck fit in our garage.
Yeah, it did.
It was tight, but it fit.
Yeah.
That's awesome, guys. Hey, thanks so much for staying along with us for this lovely 2 hours. Tonya will be back tomorrow doing Girl Cave. Questions or emails at all, send us more emails of photographs or video of your car so we can share it here on our page. If you want to join us on the Camaro Cave too, you can always feel free.
There is an open slot tomorrow.
There is an open slot tomorrow if you want to join Tonya. Or if you want to send us an email at thecamarocave@gmail.com. I'll put it here in the comments too. You can feel free to email us with any questions, concerns. If you want to know stuff or know numbers about your car, definitely let us know. We can try to help you out. Thecamarocave@gmail.com. Yeah, I think that's all I got. How's this new mic working out, by the way? Is everybody's enjoying the sound quality now? We're not having any issues. It's not turned all the way up. So hopefully it's not hurting your ears, but I think it's worked out pretty nice so far. This is a good Christmas gift from my brother.
Boys and their toys.
Hey, whatever helps you to hear us. And we both just got new phones, so we're ready to go with our videos for the car season.
We can get rid of the snow and the ice and single-digit degrees.
Robert, I'm sorry I didn't call you back, buddy. You can go to our membership page and try to and yep, new iPhone 16 Pros. So we are ready to go with the cameras, and of course we still got our GoPros for all of our car videos as well. So we are all set this year, and of course the laptop's coming with us everywhere.
Absolutely, Jan. Send us a picture of your trophy.
Yeah, we'd love to see pictures of your trophies. If you want to know the last Camaro off the line, don't ask Andy
or Tonya
tonight, because apparently, even though we did a video,
we do not have our shit together tonight.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was a huge downfall on our part.
High five, babe. Do better.
Good game out there. Do best. Be best.
Be better, babe. Be better.
I need to compile dash cam video into short movies. We do too. We need to start doing some videos of inside of our cars as we're driving. I know a lot of people don't want to see that kind of stuff.
You know what we should do?
But we can do it.
We should get everybody to send us their best moments. Please don't send us more than like 4 pictures. Your best moments from 2024. And we'll put them together in a video.
By putting them together in a video means I'll do it.
Yes, that's exactly what it means. I will pick the pictures and he will put them together.
That's what it sounds like.
Yep. Teamwork, babe.
Well, we hit the 2-hour mark, guys. So thank you so much for spending the night with us here on a beautiful Wednesday night. We're here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow, Tonya will be here 8 o'clock. Every other Thursday she's here, unless we say otherwise. And we might not be here next Wednesday because we might be at an event. But so we will let you know in the community tab.
And put on your email in the top of it 2024 pics. That way I can find them quickly.
And night, Jan. That's night, awesome. Charles. So, David. Rock.
Good night, everybody.
Blackmere. Night, guys. And thank you all for joining us and keeping the faith and
wear your seatbelt.
What she said. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.